Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Revenant, Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Matthew Holmquist, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started.
We did it. We brought back proof.
How do you feel?
Better.
Maybe that sickness was nothing.
What about the crown? You know the council will probably take it.
No,
We can't hide the fact that we found it with the Sorax.
it's our loot. Ours.
We have to declare anything of historical value, and they have the right to buy it.
And if it's priceless?
Come on, they can do whatever they want.
Sure.
I guess we'll see.
Who fought the Sorax? Us or them?
And welcome back to Solasta, as we gear ourselves up for a bit of a town adventure today. With our second quest behind us, we need to meet with our contacts, get debriefed, and prepare ourselves for our third exciting expedition. We've got a fair bit of talking ahead of us, so let's get to it.
Lord Karen!
Ah, deputies. So, have you brought us the head of a Sorak?
One head, slightly damaged.
Marike preserve us. I'm sorry I asked.
At least it's dead. You should have seen it alive.
I can only imagine.
When's the next council meeting?
When? But now, of course. The rumor of your return has already reached the palace. They're waiting for you.
They are?
Well, more for this. But come on.
Now there's a trophy. And by the way, who's crazy now?
All right, you were right and we were wrong. They do exist. Happy now?
Kid, I've seen more than anyone in this town, yet nobody seems to believe me.
Maybe it's a curse.
The curse of being surrounded by idiots.
If you don't mind, Merton, we have business to attend to.
Right. Say hello to the old lady for me, Karen.
Who is this guy again?
Arwen Merton. He used to be a legend. The first scavenger, they say. But now, well, you can see for yourself.
Who's this old lady?
Just ignore him. Let's go.
Your thoughts, Dean Fasek?
Well, it looks very much as the scriptures describe. Well then, it seems we have a problem.
It's a disaster. We all know what the Soracat did on Teichmiller.
There's something else.
What?
A crown?
Interesting. Very nice find.
We don't want to sell it.
Why not? You know we pay well.
We want to keep it.
I'd like to take a look at it, though.
Come on, let them take a look.
Thank you.
Any ideas?
It's quite massive. Clearly imperial in style.
These ruins remind me of the Imperial Schools of Magic.
I have a spell I'd like to cast on this.
My lords, this deputy is clearly unwell.
What?
So, maybe it's not a good idea to wear unidentified artifacts.
What happened?
You passed out.
Where are we?
The Temple of Anar. Marshal Beric Sunblaze himself invited us to stay here. We certainly made an impression on the council. They believe you're attuned to the crown, that you can't be separated from it.
What? So it is cursed.
They're not sure. All these big brains and they're stamped. They cast spells on the crown, on you.
Between that and the Sorax, we caused quite a fuss out there. They'll reconvene the council when you're ready. But trust me, there's a lot of people who want to talk to you first.
All right. So we now have our main plot device, which obviously serves as the primary catalyst for the main plot line. Let's see where this takes us.
Lord Sunblaze, thank you for your hospitality.
It's the least we can do for the deputies who proved that there are still Sorax on Solasta. You've proved we cannot relax our vigilance. Did you find anything else that could help us track them?
There was a parchment.
If you find it, send for the char.
You can read that?
That last word, it's not Temarian. It's in the Soracath tongue.
I knew it.
It means general. You were wise to run. If you find anything else connected to the Soracath or their allies, bring it to the temple. Talk to Chaplain Dellen Lark. You will be well rewarded. Whenever you're ready, the council will meet again.
Ah, okay, I see. We're going to be intercepted by spokesmen for every sub-faction on our way back to the council chamber.
It's an honor, deputies.
Who are you?
My name is Maddie Greenisle. I work for the Tower of Knowledge. I'm just a junior aide in the council, but if you ever need to contact my superiors without going through official channels, just see me at the tower, downtown.
Why the sudden interest in us?
You proved yourselves in the Badlands. Now, we in the Tower of Knowledge value skilled adventurers. If you find anything of historical value, we'll pay well. And, you know, if things go well, we might share some of our own secrets.
All right, we'll think about it.
Okay, who's next?
Can I ask for a minute of your time, deputies?
We're in kind of a hurry.
I know. I won't delay you long. My name is Headland Shorespell. I represent the Arcaneum.
And the Arcaneum belongs to the New Empire. Do you really want to be seen talking to us?
My business is magic, not politics. And no, I have no quarrel with you. You may not see us Imperials as friends, but we take the Council very seriously. We are particularly interested in anything from the Old Empire that you might find in the Badlands. Anything from the Manicellan era Arcaneum. Even more so. Oh, of course, we'd pay you handsomely for this crown, although I know that's not possible.
You're smarter than you look.
Also quite indifferent to mockery. Anyway, we have an unrivaled trove of magical and other knowledge. Think it's over. You can find me at the Gravekeep's Cask.
Really? Not at the embassy?
What can I say? I love Martell's beer, even though it tastes like donkey piss.
What? How did he...
That was our joke the first day we met. Was he spying on us?
Maybe he just agrees about the taste.
They're really going to make this bad beer thing a running gag, huh? I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Would you have a moment, deputies?
All right, but make it quick.
I'll do my best. I am Joel Foxeye, from the Circle of Denantar.
The same magic school where the princess studies?
Exactly.
Is she a good student? A powerful wizard?
That's not for me to say. And you seemed to be in a rush?
Fine.
I just want you to know that our Grand Master Edvin Denantar has noticed you.
He talked a lot, for sure.
He's a man of great authority. He'd like you to know that our doors are open to you if you'd care to visit us. You can find me at Sunblaze Court.
Interested in Badlands treasures, I suppose, like everyone else?
Well, if you ever come across old spellbooks or spell scrolls, we'd love to see them. In return, we have the largest collection of spells and potion recipes you could ever hope to see.
More than the Arcaneum?
They would disagree, but yes. Now, if you were to prefer feeding the New Empire's wizards with more magical knowledge than the Principality, that would be a troubling choice to many on the Council.
Neutrality means we don't treat you any differently than we treat them.
Of course, neutrality is the rule. Good day to you, deputies.
It is worth noting that, as she just implied, there might be some actual reactivity based on which factions the player ends up allying with as they play through the game. In the current build, it primarily just serves as a gateway for specialty goods offered by each faction, but there is mention of the faction supporting the player in times of crisis, so I'll be curious to see how that plays out.
Greetings, Sorak Slayers.
Hello.
I am Halman Summer of the Guild of Antiquarians. I'm instructed to invite you to visit us at the Embassy of the Snow Alliance.
You're based at an embassy? I thought the council was neutral.
We don't have a house of our own in Kaya Kiflin, unlike the Tower of Knowledge. How about that for neutrality? Anyway, we'd be interested in any antiquities you might bring back. We pay very well, even for things you might think are worthless.
Like the scavengers?
The scavengers? Well, they'd sell an antique emperor's sword for its metal value. But we can offer more than gold. Antique magical items, for instance. You'll never find their like elsewhere.
Good to know. Thanks for the invitation.
Honorable Council members, please take your seats.
Ah, our crown bearer is up again.
Lord Danantar has the floor.
Thank you. I have confirmed that our deputy is indeed magically attuned to the crown. It is an uncommonly powerful attunement, unlike anything I've seen. I strongly recommend against forcing separation.
Chancellor Gormsdotter?
With the Council's permission, I'd like to try a little experiment. I have here the gem that Captain Merrin recovered recently. I have reason to believe that it might be... as I suspected. It belongs to the crown.
What have you done?
Commander, take Her Royal Highness to safety.
No, wait!
I've got to say, I get the impression that the council's not very bright. Well, this seems peculiar. Okay, so I believe what we're seeing here are the events immediately surrounding the source of the cataclysm about 1,000 years before the game takes place. Yeah, given that we've got what appears to be an assortment of elven casters, this is most likely the final days of the Manichalan Empire, when they attempted to close the mystical portals to another world that were allowing humans and gods and Soraks to come pouring into their own. We appear to have taken on the role of Unknown Hero. We'll call him Unknown for short. I imagine we'll find out more about him in the future, but for now it just seems like an excuse to play around with a max level character. So the big guys are resistant to slashing damage. That's good to know. I get the immediate impression that we are not intended to win this fight. Huh, that's weird. Based on the description, I kind of assumed that Branding Smite was sort of a one-and-done spell. Yikes. How long does this keep going?
Ooh.
There we go. Okay.
Are you going to faint again?
Ooh, options. Unexpected.
The Crown wants the other gems back.
What?
I think I can find them. I can feel them.
You said it wasn't sentient.
This is old Manic Callan magic. Anything is possible. Let the Crown Bearer and the other deputies follow that quest. Find the other gems if you can, but keep us informed. In the meantime, we will formulate a response to the Sorax.
Let's vote. Delegates, do you agree?
Aye. Your Royal Highness?
Oh, pardon me. Yes, I concur.
To which proposition, Your Highness?
I mean, aye. They should go and find the diamonds, the gems.
So resolved. Let it be recorded. Thank you, honored delegates. The council is now in recess.
What was that? What do you mean the Crown wants its missing gems?
I can't explain. I just feel it. Anyway, we have a new mission.
All right then. So where are we going, Crown Bearer?
I think the Crown knows.
Okay, I believe that takes care of the bulk of the talking. Let's have another look at that crown. Oh yeah, look at that. We now get a +2 on savings throws versus transmutation. And we now have Revivify once per day. Not too shabby. I imagine each additional gem we find will protect against a new school of magic and provide a new spell per day. Anyway, let's have a quick tour of the vendors, see what they have to offer.
There's life yet, adventurers.
Maraiki, smile on you.
Lady of Life, a follower of the goddess.
We do require your services.
Looks like a pretty basic healing vendor, which makes sense. The goddess of healing is Maraiki. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Those weren't in the previous build. Looks like spell foci that you can wear in different slots on your body, which would free up the quick use slot for things like potions or scrolls. Interesting. I might have to pick a few of those up.
That's a view.
Yeah, it's not bad. A lot of rooftops.
Sun on your face, travelers.
Balance and harmony, chaplain.
Fair weather, faithful one.
We do require your services.
Seems pretty similar to the other guy. Though I do see a few more combat-oriented scrolls in the mix, which again makes sense. I want to say Arun is the war god, or the god of elements.
Clear skies, my friends.
I will note, you can actually start with bonus reputation with the Antiquarians, if you choose the appropriate background. That's not an option with the other factions.
We do require your services.
Now, as he insinuated when we met him, he does indeed offer an assortment of basic magic items. It's mostly just +1 gear at the moment, but I assume in the full game he'll eventually offer much more potent gear for the player to choose from. But he is our only source for additional handy haversacks, so I might go ahead and curry his favor anyway. Obviously, every item is locked behind a different tier of renown, and all the really good stuff will require us to essentially max out reputation with that particular faction.
A word, please, deputies. What's up? What's this?
A command word to teleport your party to the city's Imperial Gate.
Teleport?
We can't do that, I'm pretty sure.
Well, word is that in the Badlands, you may come across functioning major gates. If you do, use this command word and you'll be brought back here. Take note of any command word on the gate you find, and you'll be able to return there the same way.
That's fantastic.
Don't get too excited. So far, no one's found any.
Oh, right. Thanks anyway.
Stay in the light, senior deputies.
You too, Captain.
Well, that's new. As evidenced by the fact that that poor gal's face has not yet been animated. But I guess that is our fast travel system for Solasta. Handy. Especially since I believe we're already getting to the point where some of our quest objectives are going to be weeks away from Caer-Kiflin.
The law provides, adventurers.
Law preserve us.
The owl watch over you, faithful one.
We do require your services.
Ring of all words. While wearing this ring, you know every language in Solasta. A good master ensures all servants can understand orders. Such a ring was given to overseers to avoid misunderstandings during the rule of the Manicalan Empire. Interesting. I believe I have already set up our party so that we can interpret every language except for spy code. But I could definitely see that coming in handy for your average pack of mismatched adventurers.
Welcome, deputies.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So those characters are mostly just hanging out until they have some story purpose to serve. So for now, we'll just focus on the characters linked to specific factions.
Clear skies, adventurers.
Oh, unexpected. We can actually hand renown items over to this guy.
We do require your services.
Though, I'm not sure if that would actually serve much purpose right now. Nothing locked behind renown.
Deputies, do you have anything for the circle?
We do actually have things that they'd be interested in, but I'll take care of that off-screen.
We do require your services.
Unsurprisingly, the Circle of Danantar specializes in a wide assortment of arcane scrolls. Handy if you're trying to fill out your spellbook or just need a renewable source of various low-level scrolls, though it can get quite pricey. Honestly, I think I find these guys to be the least appealing faction in the current build. But that's really just because none of this stuff is really unique. You can find most of it while adventuring. That aside, I think it's pretty well established that I have a bad habit of hoarding consumable items. They can be useful, but I have a hard time seeing past the price tag. To me, I often treat them as high-value, easily portable loot items, so I tend to hoard them until our characters can barely move. Still trying to break myself of that habit, but it is a work in progress.
Deputies, how are you today? Do you have some lovely loot from the Badlands?
No, just missed you.
We do require your services.
The Tower of Knowledge is your primary source for crafting recipes, though obviously their selection is a bit limited in the current build. I was actually hoping they'd have some poison recipes for us. I know they added some because I saw it mentioned in the patch notes, but we have yet to actually find any. Let's see what Annie has to say. I think we can talk to her about that weird drunk guy. We'll get it someday. I mean, I could just save scum, but where's the fun in that?
Clear skies, my friends.
Do you know Arwin Merton, the so-called first scavenger?
Of course.
That's it?
Merton. It's a painful topic for me. I'd rather not talk about him.
Fair enough.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, thank you. I guess that's it for us?
Stay in the light, my friends.
And here I was thinking that was new content they had just added with the winter update. Guess not. Just to clarify, I did play the first build, which encompasses the first 3 quests, but I didn't actually play all the way through the 3rd quest, so we're moving into stuff I haven't actually seen here. Not to mention the entirely new stuff that was just added in December. I heard your stories. Not impressive. Cool. Good talk.
Clear skies, adventurers. Anything new for the Arcanian?
We do require your services.
Now this is a bit more like it. An assortment of wands, staves, and wondrous items. Though I will note, I think it's actually intentional that they gave some of the most enticing goods to the faction with the most questionable reputation. Again, assuming that there are actual consequences to which factions the player ends up allying with, I think it is important to stress that the Arcaneum is essentially the new empire, the second attempt to rebuild the ancient Manichaean Empire, which once waged war on all of the other races, and basically destroyed half the world in the process. That said, it is also important to note that most of this stuff is locked behind the Brotherhood rank, which I believe was essentially impossible to reach in the first build. I'm hoping that's changed in the new build, because I really would like to get my hands on a few of these items. Speaking of which, I do need to go collect the rest of our renown items from our party storage, and obviously we still need to clear out our inventory too. So I'll tell you what. We've still got time left, so we will hit the pause button real quick, I'll take care of all the off-screen bookkeeping, figure out which factions I want to build rep with, probably the Arcaneum, and we will pick up once we're ready to head back out. I will admit, I would like to do a little hacking and slashing to offset all that talking. We'll be right back. And we are back, with what looks to be quite a trek ahead of us. The Crownbearer saw an image of this place. It's possible the Crown sent a hint of where to look for one of its gems. Investigate this location. One thing I will note here is that while the current build does, of course, focus almost entirely on the main questline, the developers have confirmed that in the final game, we'll also have side quests and an assortment of optional side locations to visit. So, I have to imagine that's what a lot of these rather intriguing bits of scenery are on the world map. Especially the locations that are right along some of these extended travel paths. For now, though, we're really just getting a taste. I think they've got one more major content update planned between now and launch, but they're aiming for a full launch within 6 to 8 months, with at least some plans for post-launch content. Anyway, let's go ahead and set course. We've only got about 10 more minutes on the clock, but that should be enough time to at least get us out there. We'll go ahead and set speed to normal this time. This is already a pretty long trip, so I don't see any need to drag it out any further. I figure 11 days should be sufficient for about 2 to 3 random encounters. Nice. Let's get another scroll going. Ah, Apprentice Necromancer. Haven't seen that one before. Looks like a couple of Skelemen, too. Okay, let's do this. Like we have much choice. Surprised but not sleeping. The skeletons are going to get first swing on us. Huh. I guess Chill Touch is a ranged spell in 5th edition. It seems counterintuitive. Okay, I think we can all agree the caster is our biggest threat here. Let's see if we can neutralize him. Fantastic. Let's have Sir start heading out that way. Make sure he doesn't wake up too soon. Or ever. Honestly, that really kind of trivializes the fight.
That's the way.
That's interesting. Landing that attack of opportunity disrupted the turning.
One foe down.
Not bad. That actually went shockingly smoothly. Though, to be fair, even without the sleep spell, I feel like we would have still burned down that Necromancer pretty quick with crossbow bolts and magic missiles. All right, moving on. I will say, every time I see this random encounter map, I feel like I should be combing through these buildings, scrounging for loot. That does throw me off a bit. I suspect that statue is one of the locations we'll be able to visit in the final game. It seems to be placed right on our travel path. Oh yeah, and those ruins are definitely very conspicuously placed. We literally went right through them. Oh my, gassed. We are seeing a definite escalation in threat levels here. Now, those are some weird-looking ghasts, but I'm assuming they're mostly the same as the ghasts from earlier editions. So, paralyzing touch, maybe a noxious aura. Slight lag there. buy ourselves some breathing room here. Nice. Oof, that's a crit. Let's see if we can burn the hostile one down. Then we can go after the turned ones one at a time.
Lucky? Perhaps.
Wow, okay. Not too shabby.
Go on!
Alright, so turning's broken on that one. He's going to come beelining back for us in a second. We'll just hold our ground. No point in overextending.
Not bad, eh?
You were doomed.
And there we go. One left. Let's get his attention.
I didn't even fight back.
Lovely. Another fairly smooth fight. Though we did take a couple of heavy hits there right near the beginning. No sign of any nauseating aura, but I did notice some savings throws proccing when we took those early hits. I'm assuming that was a save versus paralysis. That's actually put us about a third out from level 4. I'll have to make sure I'm ready for that. I notice we're having a much harder time scrounging for food now that we're out in the Badlands. Which does make sense. And there we go. I will admit, I was kind of hoping we'd get a third encounter, but we are past time, so I guess it's just as well. Alright, folks. We have arrived at the Dark Castle, and I believe this is a fairly hefty dungeon. I did visit it in the first build, but I never actually finished exploring it. Unfortunately, there was a bug that prevented me from passing the first level. So we will hit the pause button for now, but we will pick up here next time as we explore this place together. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Solasta, Crown of the Magister, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube and Twitch channels, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. As always, links are in the description.
You know, if things go well, we might share some of our own secrets.